Hi, I'm Peaceful Nik the Medium, and welcome to my live stream. Tonight I'm going to be going live with Kathi Behrens, and if you're watching the replay, please enjoy the readings that are coming up. We're going to try to do double links. It's something we haven't done in a long time, so we're going to try that tonight. And hello!
Hello.
It's so nice to see you.
Good to see you.
I love your heart.
It's kind of chilly here, so I'm wearing a sweatshirt.
I got a blankie.
Oh.
Even though it's not that cold, my office is freezing all the time. So, which is good. It'll be good in the summer.
Exactly.
When it's really hot.
Those hot, humid Florida days.
I'm so excited for that.
I'm sure you are.
That was sarcasm, everybody. Um, so, hello, everyone. I was just right before you popped on saying that we're going to try to do double links tonight. And I haven't done that in so long because it was kind of like beat out of us when we were training. So we'll see if it works. Hi, Ivory. Hi, Donna Marie. Deanna. I think some people came over from Facebook because I had some questions on my post about readings. And I said, well, I'm going live in 10 minutes. So some people may be coming over from there, which is awesome. Hello, Christy. And so I was just starting, and just to let everybody know, I am going live tomorrow with Abby on her YouTube page, The Can Astrologer. We're going to be talking about ghosts and doing some readings. Hi, Catherine. And she's going to do some tarot and astrology readings. I'm going to try to do some mediumship readings. And then next Friday on YouTube, at 2:00, I'm going to go live and do some free mini readings there. So everybody subscribe over on my YouTube. I'm really, really pushing that. Click a lot of likes. I still have my February coupon, buy one, get one free. That's good until February 29th, which is in a week. You get a full free reading if you book a full reading, or use code BOGO50 for 50% off any reading. And mini reading Mondays are once a month. It's only $35 for a 10 to 15 minute reading if you're just new to mediumship and you just need a short reading. So hello everyone who's joining, and thank you. And Kathi, the lovely certified evidential medium Kathi Behrens, and she's going to do her intro.
Well, hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Again, my name is Kathi Behrens. I'm a certified evidential medium. I connect with your loved ones in spirit to bring you messages of peace, hope, and healing, and anything that your heart needs to hear at the moment. Tonight, we're going to practice. I say practice, doing double links, because we don't really get to do that much now that we're not in class together or studying together. So I always found it fascinating, very interesting how multiple mediums can connect to the same spirit simultaneously. And sometimes the information we bring through is the same, similar, or it could be totally different. So we don't get to do that in our private sessions, so I'm excited to practice that again. It's really interesting, and I just find it fascinating how spirit works. So thank you for joining, everybody.
I'm just making I figured out how to put a comment, and because when they updated it, I wasn't sure, and I don't know how to pin it.
Oh.
So I gave it a heart. I don't know. So I don't know how to pin the comment. So if anybody can help me pin my own. Do you know how to do that? Do you know how to pin a comment?
You're the experienced one.
I mean, I'm just kind of flailing at this point. So
Lori said that she can moderate.
Pardon?
Lori said that she can moderate.
Oh, okay, awesome. I think you still have mod permission. Oh, I sent you an invitation, but oh, that's not what I meant to do. I'm sorry. I pressed the wrong button, Lori. I'm sorry. Uh-oh, I don't know what happened.
So maybe you just, I don't know how you, I don't know how you end that.
Hold on, we're always.
Lori says, how do I go away? I don't know.
I think I did it. Okay. I think you're still mod though, Lori, because there's a little, I just pressed the wrong button. So sorry about that, everybody. The fun part is, okay, if you could, Lori, if you could pin that comment that I made, join us for mediumship readings, etc., that would be awesome if you know how to do it. The fun part of lives is, messing up, right?
The fun part is live and you don't know what's going on and you just wing it and you play it by ear and
Technology is faster than our brains. These young kids though, they can figure it out. They can figure out anything.
Yeah, I still have never gone live by myself on TikTok, so I don't even know how to do that yet by myself.
Okay. Brianna said, just press and hold the comment you want pinned. Okay. Thank you. No, it doesn't let me do it. Somebody else will have to do it. Oh no, Kathy's paused. Okay, so I am glad, I guess wasn't there like a blackout of some type of phone service this morning, like across the United States, AT&T or something?
I heard that, but I wasn't watching.
Okay, so at least everybody's here.
Yeah.
So we're going to answer some mediumship questions and then do some readings and see how it goes. Okay, thank you, Ashley. She said because there's two of us, she doesn't think we can pin the comment.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. I just said be kind and, welcome.
Things that we shouldn't have to say, but we say just because, there's some people that aren't. So
if anybody has any mediumship questions, we'll be happy to answer. We get a lot of questions about spirit guides, a lot of questions about psychic versus mediumship. So if you have any questions, go ahead and ask. We'll answer some questions and then we'll get started with some readings.
how do you want to do readings? Do you want to pick names? Do you want to
however, we could take turns. I mean, I like to just look and see who pops out at me. Not a medium question, I'm sorry, but where did you get that light? Okay, this is two different lights, and the one with the little sparkles on it, I got at Target, and the other one I just got on Amazon. And I got this one on Amazon months and months ago, and I liked it, but it wasn't bright enough. And then I saw this one at Target, and I'm like, I'll just put them both up and sparkle it all up. So that's where I got the lights. And I love them. I love and actually see the little pinkish stripes that are kind of moving. When I come in here before I do my mediumship readings, I turn my chair around and I stare at that and do my meditation. And it just takes me like to another dimension. I don't know. It's just like really draws me in. Yeah, it reminds me of spirit orbs. That's why I got it. If you could see all my spirit orb, I don't know. I'm afraid to try to turn my camera around because I'll end up clicking it off. But if you could see all my spirit orb paintings in here, you'd be like, what? Because they all look like that, except with orbs all over them. So yeah, I love it. And if you want to know more about that, read Michael Newton's Journey of Souls. Great, great book. I think he has 3 books, I think.
For
Hi,
that.
Ashley. So, no mediumship questions? Nobody wants to know anything?
Everybody wants to have a reading.
Yes, that's right. So when you read, I'll put your website in, and if you could put mine in while I read, that would be awesome. Unless Lori knows both our websites. Um, how much is it to find out how my loved one died? Well, we don't charge here on the live stream. We don't charge money for these readings. And I don't know that if you even went to a private reading, Kathy, you can give me your opinion, if you'll get an absolute answer from, I mean, you might go to 50 different mediums and get 50 different explanations. What do you think about that?
Well, from my experience, sometimes we're not meant to know, right? If we haven't found out naturally, and if we haven't found out, you know, it sometimes is not in our path or plan to know what happened. Sometimes it's for a reason. Sometimes we'll find out at a later date. So when you go to a medium and ask those specific questions and you don't get that answer, it's because you weren't meant to know. And you weren't meant to know either at that moment in time, or it's not for your highest and greatest good. So going in with an expectation like that, I just wouldn't want you to be disappointed. I've just found in my experience that sometimes they'll just show me like a closing of the eyes in a very peaceful, like going to sleep, everything turning dark, and then waking up surrounded by loved ones in spirit. That's a lot, so that's one way that they'll show me how they pass, if it's mysterious or somebody doesn't know.
And I agree with that 100,000,000%, Kathy. And I always tell people, I always start with the scientific route with that. Like, if you don't have access to the autopsy report or the police report or coroner's report or whatever kind of thing you have in your local area, go there first. Most of the time, 99.9% of the time, those documents will be correct. Unless something real weird and nefarious is going on, then you're never going to know the answer. But I always say go straight to the medical reporting, the police reporting, if you need one of those. All of that first. That's going to give you more concrete information than, if you're that curious, than going to a medium, because some of them may tell you something and it may do you more harm than good. And there's no guarantee that it's going to be accurate. And none of us legitimate mediums want anybody to be hurt by a reading. Let's see. Thank you, Lori, for dealing with that psychic question. Is it normal for a child to say they see a loved one they've never met?
Well, in my experience, yes, especially before the age of 7, when the veil is very thin and we're the closest to spirit. Children are very intuitive. There's also many, many reports of children that remember their past lives. So, yes.
Agree. And I've had this in a few recent readings, actually. This has come up, I think, 3 or 4 times in the last month with my mediumship readings. They have young children or young grandchildren, and they're talking to their loved ones in spirit. That's been coming. It's interesting how it only came up once in the past 3 or 4 years for me, and then recently it's just come up a lot. It's fascinating.
had the experience where children, like parents will see their children like in the bedroom when they're supposed to be sleeping and they're just talking to, what appears to be space or nothing. But yes, it's their loved ones in spirit that they're communicating with. Many times, when people talk about, or kids talk about having an imaginary friend, that is their loved one in spirit or a loved one in spirit. And you don't have to meet them here in the physical because we're connected at a soul level. So even if we didn't know them in this physical world, we are still connected at a soul level. So we recognize their soul.
And I am so glad you brought up imaginary friend, because I just made a little video on TikTok the other day about my imaginary friend. Now, I don't believe she was a relative of mine, but I swear I saw her every day in my basement, every single day for years. And my family made fun of me, of course. I could see her fully. Great. She had a gray Catholic schoolgirl uniform on. I did not go to a Catholic elementary school, but that's what she was wearing, and a blonde bob, and her name was Cindy Dina. And you know what? I Googled that name. Don't Google it because she that same name is a woman famous for something that was not what my invisible friend was. She's an adult now. But I just always remembered her and thought about her, and I thought, and I think I asked our teacher once, was that a guide of some kind? What do you think about that? Could that have been a guide when I was a child?
I never, to be, nothing is black and white. So anything is possible. It very well could have been. It could have just been, it could be your guide trying to show you that, yes, this is what you're seeing, it's real. And, because a lot of times, especially I think back in the day when we were growing up, it wasn't as accepted as it is now. And our parents would kind of fluff it off as, where parents now are like, yeah, let's talk about it, encouraging, so it could have been a guide. It could have been just a loved one, somebody that you were connected with at a soul level in a past life. Yeah, you never know. I don't think it's black and white, right?
Oh, I love, thank you, because it has plagued me because our teacher was like, it's no way it could have been a guide. And I'm like, I sure felt like she was hanging out with me to keep me sane. So, Stinky wants to know if Stinky says, I know some mediums go to a spiritual church. Do you two ladies attend anything of that sort? I've been to a spiritualist church, but I moved and I don't know of one where I'm at.
Yeah, so a spiritual church is just the same basically as what we do is give readings, except they do give addresses and they, give uplifting speeches, and it's wonderful service. I work with, or when I was training, I worked with, Journey Within, which is a spiritual church. I worked with Reverend Janet Nohavik, who was a spiritualist teacher. But it's the same. To me, it's the same. It's just when you go to or attend a spiritual church and attend like a gallery or mediumship demonstration at a spiritual church, they give a presentation, a full presentation, and they send healing to their members, and they give a nice address, a spiritual address. So yes, it's wonderful. It's all wonderful. Yeah.
I will have to find one. We have several comments about young kids that are in the family talking to their loved ones in spirit, and I think that's wonderful. And I always tell people, write it down and date it. Write it down and date it, because my youngest son, he's an adult now. I hope he's not watching. He had these stories of going to heaven every single night and having a job in heaven from the time he was 2 or 3 to 6 or 7, and he would talk to people who weren't there. I just remembered a story. I had a car that had a sunroof that was open, and we were driving down the street, and he's talking to this invisible person next to him. And I said, who are you talking to? It was just me and him in the car. He goes, oh, this little girl, her and her dad died in a car accident out here, and I'm just telling her it's okay to go to heaven. And I was not a medium at this time. This was 20 something years ago. And I was like, oh, and his job at night, he said, was helping people meet their family in heaven. When they died here, he would help bring them over. And he had these detailed stories every single day. He had friends with names, the whole thing. And I regret not writing it down. So I always tell people, when you have a child in your life that's having these experiences, write it down and date it, because they might be interested in that later. Maybe they're going to be a medium someday. But yeah, he told a lot of fascinating stories. Oh, some comments in this live were filtered to protect the community's experience. So that must have been bad. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, that's fascinating. And I would just say too, to encourage your children to talk about it and to tell you about it, and not to, tell them it's nonsense or things like that. Just encourage them to talk about it. And they're not crazy, it's just, it's fascinating.
And I always say, ask open questions, don't ask leading questions. Because I've seen videos of parents who their child has an incredible experience, and someone, either the parent or documentarian, is asking leading questions. Hi, Lorenda. Oh, I'm so happy to see you here. They'll ask leading questions, and you don't want to say, was Grandpa wearing a military uniform? You say, what was Grandpa wearing? That way you're not guiding them to the answer. You can really see if this is really what they are seeing. So you can validate. Same thing we do with mediumship. Do you understand a military connection with your grandfather? Yes or no? We're not leading them because they already know the answer. But with a kid, you don't want to lead them.
What are they wearing? What do they look like? What do you talk about?
Exactly. Everybody follow Lorenda Carr. She's in the same boat the rest of us are on here. We get in the 200 view club after having thousands and thousands of followers. Everybody, she's wonderful, always very positive, always positive. She does a lot of lives. Wonderful sweetheart, and I'm glad you're here. And thank you for the heart me. Pam Sears has a book. Yeah, Pam Sears does. She does have a book about meeting. Yeah, no. Yeah, I saw her on a live the other day. It's an adorable book. Yeah, Dina asks questions. All right, Kathy, are you ready?
Yep, and I saw somebody here. Let me just scroll through that. I was like, oop, I hit a button, so hold on. I'm just trying to scroll. Somebody stuck out to me because I heard a male's voice, and it was like, my friend. So I want to talk to you. But I can't get this off of here. How do you get this off of here?
What is it? We're in the same boat.
Well, it says, it says to add a comment, but I don't want to add a comment. I just want to get.
If you swipe it down, it should go away.
No, you would think, but. Well, okay. I don't know. Maybe I should just here. I'll just comment really quick, and then maybe it'll go away.
Okay.
But I do know that there is somebody here that lost a male in spirit. Yep. Okay. Somebody here that lost a male in spirit, and I feel like you were very good friends, almost like brother, sister, because I just kept hearing my friend. And I do want to talk about this transition being very sudden, unexpected, and I do feel like he left behind a couple children. So if anybody here can understand a male in spirit who's like a friend, I feel like it was like a brother. And he talks about leaving behind children, and his transition was very sudden, unexpected. And he's funny. He has a very good sense of humor, and he's like, he wants you to be like, party. Like, he's talking about liking to party.
So Lorenda Carr, medium, says could be me. Peace Love says yes. And Stinky says I can. One kid sudden. You have a lot of yeses. A lot. And they keep coming in.
Okay. And this has to make sense because it's like party. I want to talk about like this would have been like something you would do together because he's like really wanting to talk about partying. Even like music, concerts potentially, but he really wants to say, I need to talk to you. And I feel like this is because there's some event coming up or there's something very, either an anniversary or birthday or some kind of event in his honor. Something is coming up. And he's just like, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. Okay. Let's see. One child, sudden, hilarious, like a brother. Okay. Do you understand, Lorenda, about the party?
Yeah, she said that.
And like going like this? Okay.
She said partier, but then of course, whenever you ask a specific question, the comments stop. As always.
So, Nicole, since we're doing double linking, I want to see if you're feeling anything into this as well to see if we can narrow it down.
The feeling I got was it wasn't a the feeling I got was the suddenness of the passing was substance related.
Okay.
But because there were so many yeses, that could be for anybody. So, and I'm out of practice because I've put up my boundaries so much for not doing this that I'm like, so I'm gonna try. But Lorenda, I don't know if Lorenda's still here.
So I know that this wouldn't.
She had substance issues, she said.
Oh, there you go, Nicole.
Okay.
So I know that he wouldn't be an actual brother because he was like my friend, but he was definitely like a brother. And he does make me feel like we grew up together. We did a lot of things together, but mainly we did this partying and concerts. So it sounds like to me that this could be potentially for Lorenda, especially because you said you felt it was substance related.
She said friend like a brother. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and Stinky says yes too. Okay.
And she said we danced together.
Lorenda
said.
So would you also understand, because there's a reference he's wanting me to make to your name, Carr, and I don't understand if it is that's not your last name or he's just making me feel like there's something that I have to talk about with your name, Carr. Okay. Do you feel anything, Nicole, yet? Because I'm just feeling like there's something to do with my name.
She said we both love cars. Okay. And I know a lot about Lorenda because we've done a live together and I watch her videos all the time. So I kind of feel like I'd be cheating because I kind of know her. So I do feel like this is for Lorenda, but Stinky, please keep this, pay attention and take what resonates with you, because I knew I had to say something about her name and Carr. So
that he just got my attention. Do you understand why he's talking about something coming up for him, like a birthday or an anniversary? Because he makes me feel like I need to talk about this celebration coming up. And people are remembering him, and he wants to say cheers, so I know that he liked to drink. And this may be where the substance comes in. But he's also saying, holy shit. So I know he liked to swear as well. Because it's like, holy shit. Like, this is happening. Yes, we would have a substitute teacher, Mrs. Carr. Isn't that crazy how that...
Yeah. Yeah. And then she says, yup, I can come in a box. I don't know what that means.
Something about a celebration coming up, and he's like, holy shit. He's just like, oh my God. I mean, it's like, holy shit. He's just like, we're doing it. Okay, it's okay. Well, I just wanted to keep talking because I want to say, holy shit, we're doing this. So it's like we're connecting, and so he makes me feel like this isn't something that you always do. Like, this is a surprise for you. Like, he's coming through and he's wanting to give you this message today. Like, I'm still with you. I want to say I'm still rocking, because he makes me feel like rock music was what we like to listen to as I'm connecting. He does want me to talk about his smile, and it does make me feel like he would try to grow a mustache, or he would have like a little bit of hair right here. And he does make me feel like this would have been a like something you would joke about or something, because he's just showing me the lip. So I do want to say that he is excited to connect. He's excited, and he just keeps saying, holy shit, it's happening. So either of you ladies, you understand, it could be, Lorenda understands like the double link, or not the double link, the piggybacking, or sometimes spirit does that. So it could be when they give the same information, because they want to reach more than one person.
I understand what she says now. She meant, do I want to bring her on camera? I did not get that. Can I bring you on, Lorenda? I'm going to try. It's so much easier. And I always forget that when we do these lives. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was like, I can come in the box. What's she talking about?
This is not your first rodeo.
I'm old. I'm old.
To hear the voice, right?
Yes.
I love seeing your face. But
So this could be, this really could be for Stinky. Like, everything is on point for my friend, but except for I have connected to him before because I'm a medium. And he comes through my students. And we dance together, we do concerts together because he was a tap dancer.
So, and do you feel that right now? Do you get the goosebumps when it's validation?
Like, literally, the lights here, these lights started flashing, and I'm sitting here listening to music that he and I would have just started dancing to.
Perfect. I wish you could see the hair on my arm standing up and the goosebumps. So that's always my confirmation, like, yes. But you understand, like, that would be his way to communicate, or how he would speak. He'd be like, holy shit. Like, I need to say that. Yeah. Like, it's like, yeah, maybe he comes through your students all the time, but it's like, we're actually like, he's just making me feel like this is like we're doing it. And do you understand why he's talking about the mustache or the little hair? Like,
so when he and I met, he didn't have any facial hair. And what's funny is he literally just popped up on my feed as an anniversary of us hanging out, him coming to do a tour with me yesterday. And I was like, I miss my friend. That was my post. And it was like 8 years ago. And he didn't have any facial hair. But like, when he died, he like grew this big long thing. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, I like it. I'm like, I don't. Like, but I'm not the one you're trying, like, if your wife likes it, because he was married and had a kid, and he did. He went, like, he was like, I'm sick, went to the hospital. They were like, Well, we'll do a COVID test, go home, and we'll let you know how it goes. He went home and died before the COVID test came back.
I just want to say for one of the first things he said to me was, my friend, and you just said, you posted that, because I was like, I'm like, I have to talk about my friend.
I was like, oh, I miss my friend.
Awesome.
And because this is the anniversary that we did the tour. He came to Indiana, where I am, and we did a multi-state tour for tap dancing. He was helping me launch a new program, and he was a really good friend and mentor, like a brother. And I do miss him a lot. And our mutual friend's birthday is today.
He's like, talk about like the anniversary, or there's something like celebrating today, like something. So just know, well, you know, I don't have to tell you, he's very aware and very present. So, and I'm honored to meet you. I've never gotten to meet you before. So thank you so much.
Yeah, no, thank you. I appreciate it. But I mean, he was a force to be reckoned with. He was world known. He's a world famous tap dancer. And just, so you have touched with what I consider greatness. Like he was truly amazing. And he was a year younger than me. So, and he just went so quick, and I just absolutely adored him. And he had issues, but, it probably didn't help his situation when he had his.
Like, he was showing me drinking. He liked to have drinks. Yeah.
Well, and that's the other thing. St. Patrick's Day, he's super Irish, had a cool hat. Like, we had a little too much fun on St. Patrick's Day. Like, that was, and I'm wearing all of our St. Patrick's Day stuff. Oh. So and I'm getting ready. As soon as I'm off here, I'm going to go next door and teach a tap class.
Amazing.
He's feeling it. He's feeling it.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome. Can I ask one question? Because we're doing double links tonight, or we're trying to. I'm trying to. All I keep hearing is porn stash. Did you call his mustache that? Because it's.
I did not, but I wish I'd have thought of it.
Yes, that's all I kept hearing.
No, but that for him that tracks. Okay. That tracks.
Okay.
No, by the time he passed, he was like full beard. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, it's cool. I'm like, no, it's not. He's like, you can grow it now. And I'm like, just because you can doesn't mean you should. His wife loved it. That's all that mattered. So, and I adored her. So.
Oh man.
He too. He has a child, but is it a son?
Daughter. Tomboy.
Okay. Yeah. Because he just makes you feel like she does not take after him at all. Like, she doesn't like the same stuff or anything. That's why I'm like, is this a son? But you do remain close, because he just makes me feel like you need to remain close or get in contact with my family.
I do. I will too, actually. She's popped up on my feeds a couple times, like, oh God, I need to like reach out to her and see how she's doing. So yeah, it's been a couple years now, but it's tough. Like, it never gets, I can't imagine. Because again, he was like 49.
Oh yeah. See, he really makes you feel like, you know, some parents are real, like, and children are like spitting image of their parent, and he's like, nope, not like me.
No. She's this, like, she's this weird blend of the two. Like, I don't know. I can't. She's got his mouth.
Maybe that's why I felt like it was the son. It's like, that's funny.
Yeah. She's super tomboyish and adorable, and she's not, you know, and where mom is a dance teacher, girly, like very different vibe, but she looks like mom for sure.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and like coming on live. It really helps to make that connection, as you know. And it was awesome meeting you.
I'll take it for appreciate you doing that. And I never like try to jump in on those. I'm like, I just have like, oh, instead of working, I'm going to check TikTok for a second.
Obviously, that's what we do.
Yeah. So that's what I did. And I was like, oh, hey, Nick, yay. And then I'm like, wait, I know this guy. And then the light started flashing.
Wow. That's awesome.
So it tracks. And thank you so much. It's really nice to meet you, Kathi. And Nick, always good to see you.
Nice to see you, darling. And I want to get that crystal crown.
Mm-hmm.
And we should do a live, the three of us sometime.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, we'll plan it. We'll do an email.
You know I'm down. All right. Well, yeah. I'm going to go teach my class.
Bye, sweetie.
All right. Bye. Thank you, Kathi.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, she is so sweet and always so positive. Always. Like when I pop in our lives, she's just always positive. That was really cool, Kathi. Very, very good. And the fact that her lights were flickering. And that's the other thing, everybody. Hi to everybody who said hi. Sorry we were otherwise, our attention was elsewhere, but Spirit comes through electronics all the time. All the time. It's very common. It's very easy for them to do. So let's say I start a reading for somebody and all of a sudden your light flickers or your phone starts acting weird. Often that's Spirit just saying, it's me, it's me, it's me. They're trying to get your attention. Or you'll hear a weird sound in the corner of the room and you're like, what was that? They'll move something. So that was really cool, Kathi. Very cool. And that she had just literally popped on when he came through. That was awesome. Great evidence. Very good. Healing for everyone.
Yeah.
Right?
Spirit always amazes me, but it was like I knew right away because I just my friend, and I love when she validated that, and she's like, I just posted yesterday about missing my friend, and that was like, he knew that would get her attention, right? He knew that. Yep. So that's awesome.
And that she's about to go teach a tap class, and he was a tap dancer, and what was the other thing? The birthday or something of their other friend is today.
Yeah.
And you said the celebration. Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, so I'll go next, if that's okay, Kathi. So I will ask for, just for the sake of time, I will ask for first name. And do not, please, I will ask the mods to mute you if you give the first name 50 times in a row or 10 times in a row. Just one time, first name of someone you want to connect with. And Spirit guides me. Yes, ma'am.
And how about just one name? Don't give
One
like 10
name.
different names.
Thank you. Yeah, because that happened the other day. One name per person. And Spirit guides me. So I will look through the list. I cannot guarantee who is going to get. Spirit will get Kimber, Haley. Kimber for Haley. Kimber, so everybody hold comments except for Kimber for Haley? Hi, Kimber. Is Haley a younger female daughter, little sister, somebody? I feel a younger energy. Just yes or no. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay, hold personal comments, please. This is supposed to be for 18 and up, and as long as you're kind, we won't kick you out, okay? Thank you, Lori. Lori's used to this now. I appreciate that, Lori. All right, Kimber for Haley, younger girl. would you understand Haley had, I'm seeing like an illness for a long time, feeling like this was a physical illness for a long time, or for a period of time. I mean, yes, thank you. And then, so what I'm hearing and seeing is something that is in my database, but it doesn't necessarily have to be exactly this, but something in the realm of a type of cancer or leukemia. And I keep hearing blood disease. So something got in her blood. You understand that? Yes, thank you. And I'm hearing mommy. So is this your daughter? As I know I said daughter or little sister, and I wasn't clear if this was not in the blood, but cancer. Yes. Okay, thank you. And daughter, yes, thank you. Because she's saying mommy, mommy, mommy. And she's saying that she's showing me you sitting with her in what I'm assuming is the hospital, because I see like those blue like papery hospital blankets and the blue like hospital material. That's what's in my database, so it could have been a different color, but that's just what I'm seeing. And then I see like a juvenile bed that has the railing that you would move up and down, so like I feel like she would have been young when it started, where she needed to have like a young kid's bed. Do you understand that? No. Okay. That's okay. It's just what's in my database. Okay. And she's having me doodle, like draw pictures and write things. In the hospital bed a lot. Okay, thank you. So I feel like she would have. She's talking about writing letters, so I'm not sure if you were writing her letters, or she was writing you letters, or you were writing things back and forth to each other, and drawing pictures, like maybe printouts of coloring pictures, and playing cards or games just to kind of pass the time when she was capable and felt okay. Let me know if you understand that. And having a special, she's saying like a handmade hat, and no comments. She has a daughter that I did all that with. Okay. Okay. Do you understand the handmade hat? Thank you very much, because I heard that very clearly, and thank you very much for validating that. And then I'm hearing blood transfusion. So this could be related to, could have been, I don't know, some kind of dialysis or something. I don't know a lot about blood transfusions and dialysis. I just know that they clean the body fluid or replace it. So she's talking about a lot of stuff related to the chemo. Okay, thank you. She just wants you to know how much she appreciated how much you the time you took, the time you spent, she's just saying you sacrificed so much, and she felt like she stole your life away for that period of time, like you couldn't live your life. And she felt in her human life, she felt guilty at the time, like, she wanted you to be able to do the things that you would normally do if she wasn't sick. And she knows now that you wouldn't have it any other way, but at the time it weighed on her in her human form. And she's like, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I wouldn't have done it any other way. I wouldn't have done it any other way. It wasn't something that made me sad or miserable to do that. She said she knows you treasured every moment. That's her always thinking of others. Thank you. Just know she loves you so much and appreciates everything you did for her. And I believe you said for her daughter. Yeah, okay. And her daughter. And she's just so grateful. And she's so loving and so sweet. And she's like, that was the journey I was supposed to be on. And I'm okay with it. And she's making me feel like you've come to terms with it to a certain degree as well. As hard as it is, you understand that that was her journey, and she loves you, she loves you, she loves you, and appreciates everything you did. And I hope that will help you heal, and I will leave you with her love and peace. And thank you, Kimber, very much. Haley was a beautiful soul, is a beautiful soul. Oh, Kathy, I'm sorry, I forgot the double link.
That's okay. I just want to ask Kimber. So as I was connecting with Nicole or Peaceful Nik and with Haley, she did want to show me her nails, and I just kept hearing like Hale's nails. So I don't know if she always wanted to have her nails done or painted. She also kept bringing my awareness and my attention to having like a wrist wallet or some kind of like purse that had sequins on it. So she made me feel like I needed to talk about that. And also she kept making me want to talk about Beyonce. So I don't know if that was some Beyonce was music she liked, or if it was something that her daughter liked, or there was a recent concert. So let me know if you understand any of that information, Kimber, because she was showing me, and I want to say, she's like, talk about how vibrant I was and how full of life I was. She's like, I need my mom to know that I'm still very much full of life, full of that life. So just let me know if you understand any of that, Kimber. She wanted me to talk about this little, she kept bringing my awareness to like a the wristlet or, oh, none of that. Okay, so this might be for somebody else.
Do you want? I'm so sorry, Kathy. I completely blanked out because we haven't done this in so long, and I feel horrible. I'm so sorry. There's a bracelet that's very important.
I don't know, because I feel like it's a purse or like a wallet, because I feel like it has, I'm seeing like sequins or like, what is that called? Like rhinestones or something. And the nails. So because I kept seeing like the nails. And I want to talk about how full of life, I was full of life, and I need to talk about being vibrant and full of life again. So if you don't understand that, that's okay, Kimber. It could very well be for the next person.
So we'll just wait another few seconds to see if she can validate anything. She always liked her nails done, and yes, she was full of life. So yeah, those things, yeah.
And I don't, so she is making me feel like I need to talk about Beyonce. So if you don't understand that at this moment, please hang on to it, because I feel like I really do need to talk about her, either listening to that music or her daughter listening to that music. Because, yeah, I have to just say, and I don't know if it's because I'm Queen Bee or whatever, but Beyonce is very important here. So if you don't understand that now, please hang on to it, because a lot of times that information comes a little bit later once we think about it. Okay. So thank you, Kimber. I just needed to say that, Mom, I'm full of life. I'm vibrant again. I'm so vibrant.
That is awesome. I love that she validated so much of that. And sometimes you gotta knock me over the head to remind me of stuff, Kathy. Interrupt me. It's fine. It's fine. It's just, I'll get there. I promise. Okay, so I'm gonna she said, yes, okay, thank you. That is awesome. Yay. So Kathy goes about it a different way than I do. So she's gonna tell you how she wants you to put stuff in the chat if she does.
Yeah, it was interesting before. I heard something. So let's just see. I'm just going to kind of scroll through and see what sticks out. Yeah, I do feel like there's a lot of male energy here. So I do need to talk about a male in spirit. But this one I do feel like is a contemporary. Again, well, the last one, but I feel like this is more on a romantic level. And I don't feel like we could be, okay, let me just. So I do feel like this is a partner. Okay, so I do feel as I'm connecting to spirit, I am connecting to a male in spirit who makes me feel like he was your partner. I don't feel, because I'm asking for a ring and I don't feel like we get married. I don't feel like we got there yet. Of course, there was discussion and thoughts of it, but I just feel like the timing wasn't right. We didn't get there yet. He does make me feel like he was a bit wild because he is making me feel like he liked trucks and getting dirty, maybe in the mud. Because I'm just showing like a dirty truck. So this could just be like, I like to be outdoors. I like to go camping, be in the mud. I also know that he has a dog. I have to talk about his dog. And I do feel like you are either taking care of his dog or took care of his dog. So I do know that I have a male in spirit who wants to talk about his partner. And he does make me feel like we didn't quite get married yet, although we talked about it. I do know that he liked doing things outside because I'm showing like a muddy truck. And I do also need to talk about a dog being significant to him. And he does make me feel like you took care of his dog or are still taking care of his dog. And I do feel like it's almost like almost looks like I would say like a pit bull kind of dog. So does anybody understand that information so far? If so, just put yes in the chat. And let me know if it's 100%, 90%.
Yes, from Christy.
Christy, how much of that do you understand? If you could just let me know, 100%, 90%. 99%. Okay. Okay. So, Christy, I wonder if we could bring her on. It's so much easier if we can do that. If you're able, would you be willing to join?
And if you don't want to show your camera, you don't have to. I know sometimes we don't have our face done. Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yay.
Oh, yay.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Christy. So you said 99%. So what is it that you don't understand?
It was really pretty much all of it. The only thing is he didn't like own a truck. He was very outdoorsy, very dirty, getting the dirt kind of guy, but he didn't own a truck.
Well,
So
okay.
that was the only thing that was tripping me up.
Okay, no problem. Because you understand though, because that's just my sign for like I just saw like mud and like. Okay, so you understand, like, because I'm just seeing like a lot of mud being dirty, but you understand all the rest. Like, this was your partner. You didn't quite get married, right? You talked
Right.
about it, but
Yeah.
okay. Thank you. Okay. Perfect. And you have to understand the dog because he's like, I got to talk about my dog.
100%.
Okay. Thank you.
100%.
Okay. And you're still taking care of the dog?
She passed away in last summer.
Okay,
It was
but you were taking.
she was our pandemic puppy.
Okay. And do you
So
understand was she like a pit bull?
yes, she was a blue nose pit bull.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Because that's okay, perfect. So just know that they are together because I had to talk about the dog, and this is something you asked him.
I knew they were.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So this is just his way of validating that for you. Okay. I do have to talk about. He's like, I'm still my wild self. And did he have an accent? Did he have it like a accent? Like I'm still my wild self. Like I have to say it
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
we were from Missouri. I live in Arizona now, and that's where he passed. But yeah, we're from Missouri, so
Perfect. So he just wants you to know he has his wonderful personality. His outgoing. He's, and he also needs to say, stop going back to that day. He makes me feel like you go over that day of his
I do.
transition. And he needs you to stop going over that day. And when you start thinking about that day, he wants you to replace that with the good feelings, the good times, okay? He's very aware that you keep going over this in your mind. Okay?
Yeah, it's hard.
Also, it's very important. You could not have changed the outcome. Okay, so it does make me feel like you say, I should have done this, and that never would have happened.
Yep.
So just know he's saying, please stop, please stop. You could have, there's nothing you could have done, okay? Do you understand? He wants me to talk about, did he use like Axe body spray or body spray?
Yeah. Yeah, I still have it up in the cabinet right now.
I know, because he was just talking about that. He's like, you spray it every once in a while just to feel close to him, he's saying. Just, you know what? If you need to do that, spray the pillow. Spray whatever you need to. He's like, because it reminds you of him. He does say that he gives you signs, and I need to talk about, okay. He's like, we have a very special song, but I want him to give me a little bit more information about the song, so you understand why he's like, I need to talk about the song.
There's a few of them, but
Okay, let me just, I want to, do you understand why he'd be talking about dancing to this song? Okay, it's like, this is going to be our song. Like, this is going to be our song. He's making me feel like we dance to this song. You understand?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep,
So
yep.
know when you hear that song, he's just saying that I'm with you at that moment. This is my sign for you. He also makes me feel like you smell like, so I'm going to say it, but you understand smelling like a certain smoke smell?
Oh.
And thinking of him?
Yeah. He was a little wild,
Yeah. So just know when you smell that too, he's like, yep, that's me. That's me. Just letting you know that I'm near. Okay.
Yeah.
He wants to send you so much love. And he's so impressed and so happy for you because you're doing things to move forward in your life, and he's very supportive of that. You understand? He's like very supportive of you moving forward. He's like, I know you're never going to forget me. He's like, I'm unforgettable.
No, he is unforgettable. Oh, trust me, he is unforgettable. You either loved him or you hated him, one or the two. So
he's just saying, I am with you, and he's very supportive of the steps you're taking to move forward. Okay? So please keep going in that direction of moving forward. He's very supportive and will always be with you. You're connected at the soul level. And he does make me feel like you talked about that.
Yep. 100%.
So he's saying it's very real.
Yeah.
He's
We
saying
knew
it's
that
very
we
real.
were
Very, very
we were
real.
connected from the moment we met. So
Can I ask Christy some questions?
Well, just know that he's Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I forgot.
Yes.
I was making notes. Christy, can I ask you a couple questions?
Absolutely.
So, I'm seeing a Jeep. Did he have a Jeep at some point?
No.
Okay, that's okay. And then he's talking about a shotgun and shooting squirrels and rabbits.
He probably did when he was younger. His grandfather had like those powder, like those old style rifles. He
Okay,
liked the powder rifles, and yeah, he probably did that as a kid.
okay. And then he's talking about like camping at a river. Did you guys camp?
When we first moved to Arizona, we went camping up. It's a dry riverbed. What it is a wash. We went camping up by a cave, and there's a wash that runs by it, which is a dry riverbed.
Okay,
We were
awesome.
right
And
there by
then
it.
he also talked, there's just a couple more things he talked about. Did you go see the petrified forest? Because I heard petrified forest.
I have a piece of petrified wood that belonged to my grandmother that's sitting outside my door.
Awesome. And then he was talking about looking at the stars, the North Star, the Big Dipper, and like UFO hunting.
Yes. We were always about like, looking up at the sky, and he loved space and learning about it and thinking about UFOs and stuff, watching the shows, and yeah. Yeah.
Wonderful. And he's killing me with this Jeep. He keeps saying it, but that's okay if you don't recognize that. But he keeps saying Jeep. Remember the Jeep? I had a Jeep or something, but it's
He
okay.
may have had a Jeep. I could ask his sister. His
Okay.
sister might know.
Okay. So I'm so glad that you validated all of that. And just know, just like Kathy said, he loves you. And thank you for allowing us to double link with your man. And
Thank you
I'm
so
from
much.
Missouri too. I was
Are
born,
you?
yep, in Missouri. Um,
Oh,
so yeah, we're Missouri sisters. But
yep. I'm from Southwest, so
yeah, we're in Southeast. I have a lot of family there still.
yeah, I do too. I do too. So thank you so much. I really needed to hear a lot of that, and especially for baby Ruth to come through. Our dog that I needed. My heart has hurt ever since she passed,
Oh,
and I really needed to hear that.
Well, Kathy's a wonderful animal communicator, so it does not surprise me that's her
Thank
that
you.
that puppy came through.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
All right.
thank you.
Bye bye.
I'm not sure. Do you know how to
Yeah,
close?
I don't know how to get out.
I don't know
Um,
either.
hold on. Okay. I just pressed buttons till I found it, as always. Do you want to do one more?
Sure.
All right, so we'll do one more double link. It's hard to remember when you're mid
Right.
reading. I just blanked out when I did mine. One more reading for me. I'll ask for the first name of your loved one, first name only one time. Don't put more than one name and don't repeat it multiple times, please. I think I know. Catherine for Peter. Everyone hold comments. And thank you, Lori, if you're still here for helping. Catherine for Peter. If you are still here, let me know. And thank you, everybody, for being here and being patient while we wait for the comments to load. And you can schedule one-on-ones with either of us on our websites. They're linked up in our bios. I'll be going live on YouTube tomorrow at 6 Eastern, and then next Friday at 2 Eastern. Okay. Hi, Catherine. Okay, so Peter, and now I'm hearing him being teased for his name when he was younger. I don't know if you would be able to validate that. Was he your contemporary, either partner, brother, cousin, friend, contemporary? Just give me a yes or no on that. Yes, thank you. And then I'm seeing the two of you like dancing and him dipping you. Do you understand that? Would you have had a time where you had danced and he dipped you back? Yes, thank you. And now he's having me draw a witch's hat, which to me, the most likely explanation would be like you wore a witch's hat for Halloween, or you have a witch's hat or a Harry Potter hat or something. That's what it looks like to me. Do you understand that? And if you don't, it's okay, because sometimes these things are a little arbitrary. Yes, makes sense. Thank you very much. Okay. And now I'm hearing this. The theme to the Love Boat. So this could either mean it was a show you watched together or you went on a cruise together, but I'm hearing the Love Boat, exciting. And hi, Kimberly. So I'm hearing the Love Boat theme. So would you understand that? His favorite show. Wow, that's awesome. And he says he wants to give you a message right off the bat. He said, there's no time but the present. There's no time but the present. And I feel like he's being almost philosophical about this. There's no time but the present. And that could mean be in the present moment more. Stop worrying about the past or worrying about the future. Be in the present moment. But he keeps repeating it. Tell her there's no time but like the present. So I feel like he's wanting you to stay in the moment. Makes sense. Thank you. And he's saying, you know, I always loved you. You know, I always loved you. And this next thing is so odd and doesn't make sense with the rest of this reading, but he's having me draw a horse tail, it looks like. Could be a squirrel tail. Oh, I'm glad you know. This is very much like a horse tail to me, blowing in the wind. So if you don't understand that, forgive me, but this is what he's having me doodle. So I don't know if you have animals, had animals. Let me know. Okay, that's okay. It's sometimes the most odd things come through. You have cats. Okay. Thank you. So, Kathy, are you getting anything?
So it's interesting. I do want to say that I have read for Catherine before, but I want to make sure that I give her new information. So when Peaceful Nik was talking about the Love Boat, he just makes me feel like your favorite pastime together was watching TV, and he just showed me watching TV on the couch together. I also want to talk about, I don't know if you recently moved, but he's saying, yes, I am with you, because he's just making me feel that you wonder if he sees you as you moved and am shown boxes. So do you understand his favorite pastime, or your favorite pastime together, was sitting on the couch watching TV?
She said yes to that.
Okay. Also, I do see the...
And yes, recently, and was worried he wasn't here. Yeah.
So yes, just wanting to let you know that he is with you, because he did show me the boxes and moving. He's makes me feel like this move was good because it brings you closer to family, and this is what you need right now. So I hope you understand that. Also, he does make me feel like he has to give you a bit of an apology, and he's like, makes me feel like he could have a bit of a sharp tongue at times. So he's like, I need her. It's like, I understand that you, and you're very sensitive. Yes, on family. Okay, perfect. And I don't know, he just makes me feel that he needs to say sorry for his words sometimes, because he does understand that you have a very sensitive heart. You wear your heart on your sleeve, and he's just wanting to apologize for some of those words that he said that hurt your heart. Because, once we transition, we kind of, we see and we feel how we made other people feel, how our actions and words affected people. And he's just wanting to say and give you that apology that, because he just makes me feel like he could be a little bit like sharp, and then he could, he'd see your tears and he'd apologize. But, he's just saying, I'm really, really sorry for that. He's very excited too for your future. And I want to say that there's a lot of new opportunities coming up for you, and to take full advantage of them. Okay. Take full advantage of these things that are coming up for you. People are going to be helping you because they're in your corner. Despite what you think, he's just making you feel like people are in your corner and they really want you to succeed. So please take that advice from him, or those words from him, and know that he is supporting you. He is supporting you. And there's this feeling like you can do this. You got this. You're not alone. You got that. That's very important. He's like, you're not alone. So I hope you understand those things that he's saying to you. And I do hope that these are all new things that came through, because I know that I've given you a reading before. So just want to make sure that those are all new information, bits of new information.
Beautiful. Oh, Catherine, I'm so happy you got to connect with Peter. And I just keep hearing that Love Boat song, and just he's very excited about it. I just want to thank everybody for being here, and my family members who just popped in to say hi to each other and to me. It's so sweet, and thank you guys for your support. You caught me at the end. You caught us at the end. You missed a great live, but I will be, thank you for the heart. I will be putting this on my YouTube channel. It'll probably go up tonight or tomorrow morning, so look out for that. And it's Peaceful Nik the Medium channel, or at Peaceful Nik NIK. And I'll have all of Kathy's stuff linked in there. Her website, everything will be linked there as well. And I have my buy one, get one free February special. So if you book a full reading, you get a full reading free, or a BOGO 50% off. My mini medium readings Monday, mini reading Mondays for only $35 for a mini reading. And my class starts March 16th, my beginner's class. It's pretty full, but I might be able to squeeze one or two more people in there if I need to. And all my stuff's in my bio. And Kathy, how about you?
I don't really have that much. I don't have that much going on. You can book a reading with me on my website, kathybehrens.com. Watch my Facebook page. I do pop on there and do live readings. I'll probably be doing another gallery event soon, so just watch my Facebook page for free events. I also do card pulls. on there. I'm booked for February, but I do have some openings in March. So if you do want to book a reading, please visit my website, kathybehrens.com. And watch my Facebook page because I do post. That's where it's most, I have it most updated. Yeah.
Is it Messages from Spirit? Facebook page, Messages from Spirit.
And I think it's linked in my TikTok, but it might not be, but it's, sorry, I'm losing my voice. Messages from Spirit with Kathi Behrens. Yep.
And Behrens is Behrens. Okay, awesome. Thank you, everyone. I will post this on my YouTube channel. If you got a reading and you want to rewatch it, it will be there, and it's Peaceful Nik, the Medium YouTube channel. And thank you, everyone. Thank you, Kathi. We will be live again next week at the same time, 7:30 Eastern. And love to all. And thank you, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.